And one of the strategic tactics that he comes up with, Macduff, is that for all the soldiers to cut off a branch from the trees and to slowly move forward as to kind of ambush him in his own castle. He's not realised that the forest is moving closer to him. What Macbeth sees the trees moving closer and closer, and then he gets freaked out because he's like, oh no, that's one of the witch's prophecies. And then Macduff enters the castle, and like they're fighting and everything, and Macbeth says to him confidently, you can't kill me, but I was not born of a woman of natural birth or whatever. And then Macduff kills him and beheads him, and I can't remember what the twist is there.
He's like, tell that to my shit.
Yeah.
My sword.
And then he's dead. Macduff becomes the good king, and goodness is restored in the kingdom again. And Shakespeare wrote this play for King James, because King James was a very superstitious man, and he believed very much in witchcraft and sorcery and the occult. And so William Shakespeare wrote this play as like a warning to the public that if you try to kill him, get rid of the king, then you are evil, and you won't have a good end, because goodness will always prevail. And that is in the form of King James, apparently. So, yeah. It's a badass story.
You're like,
It's a badass story about the trappings of...
About the trap?
About the trappings of ambition. The tribulations that come with intense kind of unfettered ambition and greed and lust for power.
Like 50 Cent.
Yeah. What did you think of that?
It was tremendous. I'm familiar with Macbeth.
It's a tragedy.
It's a tragedy. I hope this is better.
Is it? Maybe you can tell me about that.
Okay, right? So there's this guy, actually. Right. There's this guy. He has a wife and a kingdom. And he also has seers near him. And the seers, right? The clairvoyants, the seers,
yes.
The oracle people type stuff. But
yeah.
It's not the oracles, not the oracles of Delphi. Anyhow, he goes to see them because when you have fortune telling people around you, why would you not use them if you're trying to rule a kingdom? And he gets word that at some point in the future he's going to die by his son's hand, and his wife is going to marry his son and all this horrible stuff. And he's like, that sounds way too far out for me. If I ever have a kid, I'm just going to ship him off to Timbuktu and never think about it again. Can't happen. I don't have to kill my kid, whatever, right? So fast forward, he does have a kid. Like most responsible parents, he chucks that sucker out the window. Not the window, but just sends him up the Moses treatment. And the guy gets found, like the baby guy. Wake up, you.
Yeah.
Just go to sleep.
I'm listening.
But the baby guy ends up with a loving, caring, nurturing whomever that's not royal, right? Fast forward yet again, he's a bad man because he's like a tragic hero, right? All tragic heroes are bad men. So despite growing up without royal implications, you get trained enough to like come across random strangers on a trade route and kill them, because that's what he did. Came across some people, and those people were irksome and stubborn and up their ass and wanted him to move, and he was like, nah, get screwed. And then boom, next thing you know, right, someone put their hand on the wrong shoulder, and a bunch of people decided, oh, my homie's getting jumped, I'm jumping. And now the person and all the homies and the people, they're dead, right? Because he's a bad man. So
bad mama drama.
Chuck Norris is his way all the way into the next town to type, like, reported, I guess, doesn't seem to realize that he's just killed the king.
Ah.
Yes. But because he's killed the king and politics are corrupt, he ends up being made the king to replace the king they killed. I'm losing some details in there somewhere, but that's basically what happens, right? So then he ends up marrying the queen because the show must go on, right? And the queen knows her duties. She's like, you know what? I miss my husband, but you kind of remind me of him anyway. Kind of like in what's that movie we just watched? Where Anna Kendrick,
Simple
whoever
Favor.
her face is it Anna Kendrick?
Yeah.
Okay,
A Simple Favor.
that one, right? And then she moves in, and she gets with her ex's or her best friend's widower, would be widower.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't. Spoilers. She wasn't dead, but whatever. That in a nutshell, right? So he's with the queen, and the queen is like, "You remind me of my husband so much. I love you. I actually do want to be with you, not just in a dutiful way. You awesome human being, you." Right? So then they have the babies, and all the babies